All right, so today I'm going to be showing you how to take a program out of code.org and put it in REPL. All right, so here we go. I'm going to first go into my code.org account, and I'm going to go through the whole thing, signing in everything that there is. So we sign into code.org, and then I'm going to go to one of my projects. Now, you could take one out of a lesson, but usually what the best way to do it is to go into your projects. So I'm going to take an example, and my example today will be this World Cup data no, not the world. Data programs aren't going to work as well because you're going to have to import the data separately. I guess, so what I'll do is I'm going to take this one down here, and I'm going to do this one binary to decimal converter. All right, so here we go. Let's take this binary to decimal converter, and I'm going to click on share. Okay, so once you click on share, you go to advanced options and you click export. And that's going to give you a zipped file. All right, so the zip file is going to go into your downloads most likely. So I'm going to open my downloads. I'm going to open the zipped file. And now I can delete now the original zip file. And this is now in the zipped file, you'll find all of the assets to your program that you created in code.org. Okay, now that I have all my assets, I'm going to leave this on the desktop because I'm going to need all of these. And I'm going to go into REPL. So close this up. I'll leave that open for now and go to REPL. Log in. All right. Now I'm going to have to make a new one. Now these are considered JavaScript programs. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose for the program, I'm going to choose JavaScript, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. So this would contain, this program could run anything that has HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. JavaScript is the language of the web. So HTML and JavaScript are linked very closely. And this is going to be, I'm going to name it binary to decimal. Okay, and I'm going to create a program. Okay. Now, the stuff that's in here, I can actually just remove. Well, yeah, I can delete. Well, actually, let's not delete it. I'm going to take my index and drag it over and drop it in here, and it's going to say replace. So you click on replace to replace. I'm going to take my code JavaScript, put it over here. All right, now the code JavaScript is replacing the script JavaScript. So when I add that in, I'm going to delete the original script JavaScript. That was the default that they had. Throw that away. So I've done index, I've done code JavaScript. The README you do not need. However, you could put it in there if you want to. That's just a reference sheet. Okay, and you may as well because it doesn't hurt anything to have that reference. And then the style CSS is going to replace their style CSS when you drag it over and then you click replace. Okay, now you need the assets and the app lab, which are folders. You can just simply drop those folders in, and then I'm going to drop my app lab folder in. Okay, now I've got all the parts. I marked off and remembered that I got every single piece. So I am actually going to see how this runs. All right, so here's how it works when you get it in here. See, if you look in App Lab, you'll see the assets and all these kind of things. Okay, when you look in assets, you see all these other things as well. Okay, and if you click on the README, you can actually read that in here, and it tells you how to run the program. So this tells you how to do your editing and things like this in the README file. If you want to edit in REPL rather than editing in the other program. All right, so if you look, your code JavaScript is the code that you wrote. This is the code that you wrote, right? And this was when you did your code editing, and this is where that is. Index HTML is not technically so readable because this is the stuff that your program was. It's kind of in the background when you were editing in code.org. Okay, but this also could be edited. This is just simple HTML. Now, this is the one, if you want to actually practice or try your program out in REPL, this is the one you run. You run the index HTML. And I click run, and look at that. It pulls it right up. I can drag this down, clean it up a little, and then click to flip the binary digits. And it actually works just the same as it did in there. And you can do a little bit of editing. Now, if you want to go back and change your code, you can use this. You can go in here and change your code. If you want to change anything like colors and things like that, you'll have to do it in HTML in here because the style method, or the part that was automatically doing the HTML for you in code.org, is not available in here. And there you go. Hope that helps.